Hello students, today I am Swaraj, contact lecturer PSU. So we are going to discuss, today we are going to discuss the merits of JPET over BGT, list the importance of JPET in construction of MOSFET. So the main, let us discuss whatever we discussed in the last lectures. We are discussing the parameters of JPET, right? Relations of JPET and specifications of JPET. So what are the parameters of JPET? AC drain resistance, transconductance, amplification factor. So AC drain resistance means it is the ratio of change in the drain to source voltage to change in drain current by keeping gate to source voltage constant, and units are in ohms. The transconductance is, it is the ratio of change in the drain current to change in the gate to source voltage by keeping the drain to source voltage constant, and the units are mhos or the Siemens. And the amplification factor is, it is defined as the ratio of change in the drain to source voltage and change in the gate to source voltage by keeping the drain current constant, and there will be no units for amplification factor. And the next one is relation of JPET parameters. The relation is called amplification factor mu is equal RD into GM, that is drain resistance into transconductance. And we discussed the specifications of JPET. So we discussed so many specifications while we are checking, while we are choosing any product, that is saturation current, pinch off voltage, transconductance, drain resistance, cutoff voltage, drain source on resistance, drain gate breakdown voltage, gate source breakdown voltage, noise figure, drain source voltage, drain current, zero gate voltage, input capacitance, and power dissipation. So these are the topics we are discussed in the last lecture. Today's lecture, the main objective of today's lecture, what we are going to discuss is, so on completion of this period, you will be able to know the merits of JPET over BJT, applications of JPET, and construction of MOSFET. So these are the topics we are going to be covered in today's lecture. Merits of BJT. So we discuss in the comparison and we compare with the BJT. This is also a comparing with the BJT only. So with first one, it has very high input impedance and it produces low noise than BJT. And third one is, it has negative temperature coefficient of resistance. This avoids the risk of thermal runaway. So this is one more point in the set. Yes, it is having the negative temperature coefficient of resistance. And the fourth one is, it has no offset voltage at zero drain current, and hence it acts as an excellent signal chopper. And the fifth one is small size, longer drive, high efficiency, and it has better thermal stability. So these are the merits of JPET over BJT: high input impedance, low noise, negative temperature coefficient of resistance, and no offset voltages, and small size, longer life, high efficiency, and better thermal stability. Application of JPET. So PET is used as buffer in measuring instruments, receivers, since it has high input impedance and low output impedance. It can be used as a buffer in measuring instruments, receivers. And PETs are used in RF amplifiers, in FM tuners, and communication equipments for the low noise level. PETs are used in RF amplifiers, in FM tuners, and communication equipments for the low noise level. Since the input capacitance is low, PETs are used in cascade amplifiers in measuring and test instruments. And fourth one is, since the device is voltage control device, it is used as voltage variable resistor in operational amplifiers and tone controls. It is also used as a variable resistors in operational amplifiers. And PETs are less in the merits. PETs are used in mixer circuits, in FM and TV receivers, and the communication equipment, because intermodulation distortion is low. Okay, that is, in the communication block, it can be used in the mixer circuit, and it is used in oscillator circuits because frequency drift is low. So PET is also can be used in oscillator circuits. As the coupling capacitor is small, PETs are used in low frequency amplifiers, in hearing aids, and inductive transducers. And it has no offset voltage, a zero drain current, and it acts as an excellent signal choke. So in the merits, it is also having PETs are less affected by the radiation compared to BJT. In the integrated circuit forms, PET is simpler to fabricate and it occupies less space. So having one disadvantage in the PET also. What is the disadvantages means? Drawback: a smaller gain bandwidth product compared to BJT. PETs are having smaller gain bandwidth product. That is the disadvantage in the BJT PET. In the PETs, there are no conduction paths or the no conduction path, therefore the noise is very low. But whereas in the BJT, there are two junctions in the conduction path, therefore the noise level is very high. So in this FETs, the characteristics of this FET is described by the transconductance, but whereas in the BJT is described by the current gain. So this is the merits of JFET over BJT and applications of JFET over BJT. So next we are going to discuss MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. So that is showing the components here. And the terminals. Terminals are also same for the MOSFET, drain, source, and gate. So how these components are looking in the symbol. MOSFET. So a field effect transistor that can be operated in the enhancement mode is called the MOSFET. Whereas JFET is operated only in the depletion mode. Only we doesn't have the two modes of operation. JFET is only having the N channel and P channel that is operated in only the depletion mode. But whereas MOSFET can be operated either in the depletion mode or the enhancement mode. Suppose if the MOSFET is operated in the depletion mode, that is similar to the JFET. It will be simply like act as a JFET, but it is can be operated in the enhancement mode. So MOSFET is an important semiconductor device and is widely used in many circuit applications. The input impedance of the MOSFET is much more than that of the FET. Here, compared to the JFET, the input impedance of the MOSFET is very high. Why? Because it is having the very small leakage current. So the MOSFET can be used in any of the circuits covered for the FET. Therefore, all the equations are applied equally well to the MOSFET and FET in amplifier connections. Okay, na? So that means the MOSFET can be used in any of the circuits covered for the FET. Therefore, all the equations apply equally well to the MOSFET and FET in amplifier connections. So there are four terminals in the MOSFET, that is source, gate, and drain, substrate. So this part we call as a substrate, which is in charge connected to the drain. Okay. In generally, in the symbolically, we cannot be shown the substrate, but practically it is having the substrate terminal also. So here it is having, this is a construction of this N channel depletion type MOSFET. It is depletion type MOSFET in which it is having only the one P region. There is only one P region. This region we call it as a substrate. Okay, here it is having only the one P region. That region we call it as a substrate. So a thin layer of metal oxide is deposited over the left side of the channel. So this is the channel. So this left side of the channel, oxide layer is left side metal is deposited over the left side of the channel. A metallic gate is deposited over the oxide here, and a metallic gate is deposited over this oxide layer. So here we are having one oxide layer, on that one a gate is deposited. As silicon dioxide is an insulator, therefore the gate is insulated from the channel. So this oxide layer will be acting as an insulator. So there will be, this gate is isolated from this channel. For this reason, MOSFET is sometimes also called as a insulated gate field effect transistor, IG MOSFET, IGFET, insulated gate field effect transistor. So these are the symbols of the MOSFET. This is an N channel and P channel MOSFET, gate, drain, source. So this one is the depletion mode MOSFET symbol, and these are the enhancement MOSFET symbol. So in the difference between the symbols in the enhancement and the depletion mode is only one thing. Here we are having the some break in the drain, source, and substrate. But whereas in the enhancement mode MOS, there will be no break in the bar. There is a continuation, drain, and a line. Here it is, and source. And this is substrate. So simply, just we are having this one structure of this MOSFET. We are taking the P-type silicon substrate, and here the two diffusions, N plus diffusions are here, and over this one is a oxide layer is formed. On that oxide layer, a gate kernel is deposited. So this oxide layer will be acting as a insulator in between gate and the channel. So this is the N channel construction. Why? Because we are taking the P-type substrate, and diffusions and drain and source diffusions are the N type. On this N type again we are providing on the oxide layer and make the contact bars. So here is the classifications of the PET. Already we discussed PET is classified into the N channel, P channel, and MOSFET is classified into the enhancement mode and depletion mode MOSFET. N channel enhancement mode MOSFET, P channel enhancement mode MOSFET, depletion MOSFET, N channel D MOSFET, and P channel depletion MOSFET. So these are the symbols of enhancement type and depletion type. So this is a construction of this N channel, and this is the construction of the P channel, PNP, and there will be channel is N type, only one diffusion, and gate is deposited on the other side of the channel by depositing oxide layer and on the gate material, and this is the P channel. So here that is the enhancement mode symbol, gate, drain, source, and substrate. This is the N channel type, and this is the P channel type enhancement mode, and this is the depletion type MOSFET. So enhancement mode we are having the breaks, and depletion mode there will be no break in the this channel. These are the symbols for the enhancement mode and depletion mode MOSFET. So the MOSFET is classified into two types, such as for follows: depletion MOSFET and enhancement MOSFET. So what is enhancement mode MOSFET? So in this enhancement mode MOSFET, the P-channel MOSFET consists of lightly doped N-type substrate, into which the two heavily doped P regions are if this is P channel, just wait and confirm. In which two heavily doped P regions are diffused. These two P regions act as source, and these two P regions will be acting as source and drain. A thin layer of SiO2 is grown over the surface of the entire assembly. Holes are cut into the SiO2 layer for making the contacts with P source and drain regions. Whereas in the depletion type MOSFET, the N-type channel is obtained by diffusion between the N plus type source and drain regions, and SiO2 layer is deposited on the channel, and the holes are made to maintain the contacts. So here the depletion mode MOSFET, when there is zero voltage on the gate terminal, the channel shows its maximum conductance. So these are the symbols of N channel and P channel of depletion mode tag. As the voltage and the gate is negative or positive, then decreases the channel conductivity. Okay. In the depletion mode MOSFET, when there is zero voltage and the gate terminals, the channel shows its maximum conductance. As the voltage in the gate is negative or positive, then decreases the channel conductivity. Enhancement mode MOSFET, these are the symbols of N channel and P channel. When there is no voltage and the gate terminal, the device does not conduct. That is the difference between the enhancement mode and depletion mode. In the depletion mode, when there is no voltage, the channel conductivity shows the maximum conductance, whereas in the enhancement mode, it does not conduct. When more voltage applied and the gate terminal, the device has good conductivity. When VG gate voltage is increases, then the conductivity of the MOSFET will be increases. But in the depletion mode MOSFET, as the voltage and the gate is negative or positive, then the decreases the channel conductivity. Construction of N channel depletion type MOSFET. So here we are discussing the construction of N channel depletion type MOSFET. That is the construction diagram. We are taking the P-type silicon bar and N diffusions. SiO2 layer is formed. On that we are depositing the gate material, and we are making the hole contacts to maintain the drain and source contacts. This is the explanation for the construction of the N-channel depletion MOSFET. So here this figure A shows the basic construction of N-channel depletion type MOSFET. Two highly doped N-place regions are diffused into the lightly doped P-type substrate. Here, this is a P-type substrate. In this one, two N-place regions are diffused into the P-type substrate. One N-place region is acts as a source and another N-place region is acts as a drain. So this is one N-place region will be acting as source and another N-place region will be acting as drain. These two regions are the lightly doped, heavily doped, and the P region is the lightly doped. An N channel is diffused between the source and drain as shown in figure A. So this N channel is diffused between the, so this is the channel is diffused between the source and drain. This is known as the N channel. So this is the channel diffused between the source and drain. An ultra thin metal oxide insulating film, that usually we call it as silicon dioxide, is laid over the entire surface of the P-type substrate. So here this is the entire SiO2 layer is deposited on the entire surface of the P-type substrate. Because of this insulating property, MOSFET is alternatively known as insulated gate field effect transistor. Due to this, we can name it as IG MOSFET. Holes are made in the oxide film to establish metallic contacts with source and drain regions. So here we are making the holes to maintain the contacts with the source and drain. Holes are made in the oxide film to establish the metallic or ohmic contacts with source and drain region. A thin layer of aluminum is deposited over the layer of SiO2 in such a way to cover the entire channel region as shown in the figure A. This acts as a gate. A thin layer of aluminum is deposited. This one is deposited on this one. So which is forms the gate material. Okay. A parallel plate capacitor is formed between the metal area of the gate and the N channel, acting as the two parallel plates of the capacitor. A parallel plate capacitor is formed with the metal area of the gate and the N channel, acting as the two parallel plates of the capacitor. So in this one will be acting as one plate, and this will be acting as one plate, and this oxide layer will be acting as a dielectric between these two plates. So these will be acting as a two parallel plate capacitors. The oxide layer acts as a dielectric between the plates. The gate layer aluminum and the channel diffusion, N-channel diffusion will be acting as two plates of the capacitor, and the dielectric material oxide layer SiO2 layer will be acting as a dielectric between the plates. So the type of impurity used for the channel diffusion, source and drain diffusion is same. You know, the channel type, the type of the impurities for we are using for the channel diffusion, source and drain diffusions is the same here. So these are the N-type diffusions and the channel diffusion. So the type of impurities we are using in this area is same for both the source, drain and the channel. It is same type of the impurities we are using. The area occupied by a MOSFET is only about 5% than that of BJT. So that means the size is very small compared to the BJT. Why? Because it occupies the less space area compared to the BJT is 5%. So here we are showing the construction of this MOSFET, how it is looking before and after. So here we are taking the P-type substrate and N-type source and N-type drain. PN and NPN. So here these are the two diffusions into the P-type substrate, and this is a oxide layer is formed on this. This one is the oxide layer is forming on this one, and another aluminum is placed on this one terminals, and this will be acting as a, there will be channel. So this, after this one we are showing that one is how the electrons are moving. N channel is moving from this drain to source. That is electron flow. There will be movement of charge carried from the drain to source. We discussed in this one. So this is the channel diffusions in the P-type substrate. So here this one is the source terminal and this one is the drain terminal, and this is the oxide gate insulation. This is the gate insulation, that is oxide layer, and positive voltage on the gate. So this is the gate is the P-type substrate. Actually we are forming on the P-type substrate. So by making the, here these substrates, these N-type N plus regions are diffused by the adding the impurities of negative charge carriers. Okay. So here the source terminal and drain terminals, from the drain to source, and so the impurities are moving to the source, and this channel is diffused into the P-type substrate. So this is the construction and how it will be formed is showing in the figure. So we have discussed the list merits of JFET over BJT and applications of the JFET and construction of MOSFET. So let us discuss the simple questions on this one. FETs are preferred to BJT at high frequencies because they are less noisy, capable of handling highest frequencies, easy to fabricate, all of the above. Just we discussed in the merits of BJT, FETs over BJT. That is having the less noisy compared to BJT. In a FET, the channel is lightly doped and gate is heavily doped. Channel is lightly doped and gate is heavily doped. Channel is heavily doped and gate is lightly doped. Channel is heavily doped and gate is heavily doped. So just here we discuss in the construction where we have discussed. Channel is light. The two highly doped N regions are diffused into the lightly doped P type substance. So channel is lightly doped and diffusions are heavily doped. So here the question is, the channel is lightly doped and gate is heavily doped. So the answer is, the channel is lightly doped and gate is heavily doped. In a FET, one junction has reverse bias on one side and a forward bias on the other side. Both the junctions are reverse bias. One junction has reverse bias on both sides of the junction. One junction is reverse bias and the other is forward bias. So option is A. One junction has reverse bias on one side and the forward bias on the other side. So these are the topics we are discussing. Once again, I am recalling the discussions. Merits of JFET. High input impedance, low noise, negative temperature coefficient of resistance, and no offset voltages, small size, longer life, and high efficiency, and better thermal stability. And applications, it can be used as a buffers and can be used in RF amplifiers, in FM tuners, and communication equipments for the low noise level. And since the input capacitance is low, can be FETs are used in cascade amplifiers, in measuring and test equipments. And it is used as a voltage variable resistors in operational amplifiers and tone controls. And FETs are used in mixer circuits, in FM and TV receivers and communication equipments, and used in oscillator circuits and used as coupling, and can be used as a coupling capacitors, hearing aids, and inductive transducers. And it can be acts as an excellent signal choppers. So MOSFET, N channel, P channel. So this is the enhancement mode MOSFET symbol, and these are the symbols of depletion mode MOSFET symbols. And this is the show is the construction of this MOSFET and classifications of the MOSFET and symbols of MOSFET. So always you have to remember the symbols, that is the difference between the enhancement and depletion MOSFET. Enhancement MOSFET, there will be break in the drain and source and substrate, whereas in the depletion mode MOSFET there is a no breaks in the terminals, drain, gate, drain, source and substrate. Substrate is also acting as a one terminals, that is in short, it will be connected in short to the source. Internally it will be connected to the source. And the types of the MOSFETs, depletion MOSFET, enhancement mode MOSFET. So depletion mode MOSFET in this when there is no gate voltage. The channel shows its maximum conductance. As the voltage on the gate is negative or positive, that decreases the channel conductivity. And in enhancement mode, when there is no voltage on the gate terminal, the device does not conduct. And when the more voltage applied on the gate terminal, the device has good conductivity. As long as the gate voltage increases, the conductivity of the gate will be increases. And shows the construction of the in-channel depletion type MOSFET. So we are taking it as a P-type substrate, silicon type substrate, which is lightly doped, and the heavily doped N-type regions are diffused into the P-type substrate, and N-channel is diffused between the source and drain, and SiO2 layer is formed on the entire P-type substrate, which forms the oxide layer. Over that layer, we are forming the aluminum to form the gate material, and to maintain the contacts, the source and drain, the holes are made into the N-type diffusions to make the contact source and drain. And this gate material and the channel diffused channel will be acting as a parallel plate capacitors, and this SiO2 layer will be acting as a dielectric in between this gate and channel. So one N-place region is acting as source and another N-place region is acts as a drain. An N-channel is diffused between the source and drain. Two highly doped N-place regions are diffused into the lightly doped P-type substrate. So source and drain are the highly doped regions, whereas the P-type substrate is the lightly doped regions. And SiO2 layer will be acting as an insulator, and it is laid over the entire surface of the P-type substrate. A thin layer of aluminum is deposited over the layer of SiO2 in such a way it covers the entire channel region as shown in the figure, which will be acting as a gate. So a parallel plate capacitor is formed with the metal area of the gate and N channel acting as the two parallel plates of the capacitor. The oxide layer acts as a dielectric between the plates. So the type of impurity used for the channel diffusion and the source and drain diffusion is the same. So that is, we have the two types of the impurities, and P-type impurities and N-type impurities. So whatever we are using the impurities here for the three regions, it is same. So the area occupied by the MOSFET is only about 5% of that of BJT. So this is showing the construction before diffusing the channels and after diffusing the channels. So here we are without forming the diffusion of the channel, here after forming the diffusing channel. So this is the N-type source is diffused into the P-type source, and this one is N-type drain is diffused into the P-type substrate, and oxide layer is formed, and a gate layer is formed. Aluminum is formed in the oxide layer. So here there is a P-type diffusions, and there will be once it is diffused into the N-type and P-type source, there will be movement of charge carriers from drain to the source. Then the channel will be formed in between the drain and source. So that is indicates the diffused channel. Okay. So we have discussed these topics. So thank you.